The following is intended for mature audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Sup, Deadites? Welcome to part 9 of What If Izuku Midoriya, or rather, Izuku Bakugo, had a quirk. Last time we left off the night before boot camp. Now this boot camp is going to be interesting because Nana Shimura is alive and kicking, thanks to the poll. Izzy is going go with Inko mostly to keep her in line, but that isn't the only reason. Keep in mind that his chance to go to a hero school and do fun things like training camps and making friends there as well, that kind of got ruined by Nox. And this is a good way to bond with his daughter while pushing their limits. They have the exact same quirks, so come on, man. Did you really think he was just gonna be lazy and let her do all the work? Plus, one of his idols, Nana Shimura, would be teaching in this instance. I won't lie, one of Izzy's most treasured possessions is a Playboy with her in it. A lot of those mysteriously went missing for some reason, but he kept his well hidden and taken care of. It was hidden amongst some of his study books that were far too potent for anyone in his family to really want to read. But Mitsuki found it and, well, kept it in good condition for him when he got sent to the high-rise. She knew how rare that issue was, and she also knew that he adored Nana Shimura. Given how much I've told you already, I don't think I need to tell you this, but Nana is number 1 on his one smash, no questions asked list. Speaking of Mitsuki, she had something to do for Izzy. Mitsuki was in her usual number for, well, business type deals. Black business suit with a black skirt and gray undershirt. It hugged her figure very nicely, and Izzy loved seeing her in her battle suit, so to speak. Mitsuki was at the door to Miki's hideout. "Yo, boss! Capo's wife is here!" Miki just relaxed herself a bit.
"Well, let her in, you idiot. I don't know about you, but I don't want the tongue lashing that would accompany making wifey over there wait too long."
Mitsuki literally struts in while holding 2 attaché cases, one in each hand. Miki's guys took those off her hands for her, and she sat down across from Miki and Dabi. One look at them, and it was clear that they were getting busy.
"So before we start this, how long have you two been together for?"
They answer a few weeks short of how long Dabi's been there.
"Well, looks like I lost that one. Looks like Izzy gets that thing." "Alright, you two. It's time for business. Mr. Todoroki, you have hereby been acquitted of all charges for arson."
Miki hugs her man and kisses her on the cheek.
"Then, may I continue?"
They nod their heads. Mitsuki goes on to say that due to this, Izzy may be seen with Dabi in a public manner. However, his contracts didn't really help much since Nox hired him through a dummy corp, so there will be no takedown by that directly. However, all the info they got from the assassins proved to be a great asset at the least, and set to at least make Nox guilty by association. They even had some dirt on a few key operatives who were being served as they spoke, and would be under constant watchdog surveillance. This was the first true W they had against Nox, They hadn't expected Reinforce to be able to do what she can do. Actually, they didn't even know about Reinforce. Very few people know she even exists. Needless to say, with this information, they could checkmate Nox and would be doing so by day's end. Like I said, Nox has no idea of the existence of Reinforce and knew their assassins would remain silent under any form of torture, so they didn't even bother destroying their assets. The sting operation was happening as they spoke, and Nox was effectively destroyed, and above all else, Izzy's innocence was proven thanks to Dobby's testimonial. This is happening a few days before the incident. Nox was gone, but some remnants that survived. That, however, is a tale for another day. But back to the point of the cases. Mr. Todoroki, Miss Melody. Yes, Miki's last name is Melody. Please open those cases over there. The black one is for you, sir, and the white one is for you, ma'am. Mitsuki was in business mode at the moment. Both of them gulped and opened the cases. Both of them clasped their mouths when a hologram of Izzy appeared. Toya Miki. I'm putting a team together, and it would be my honor if the two of you would join it. I think you'll find your suits to your liking. Scorching Hero Inferno and Resonating Hero Musica. Welcome to the Ultras. He had planned a small training camp for the Ultras. However, we all know from last parts, Inko's actions kinda changed that, and now they've got a massive boot camp to rein Inko in to help her control her rage. Let's get ready to go beyond. This will be so much fun. The fact that Izzy had never really got to enjoy himself in a high school setting was evident, and Dobby felt a little guilty for that since he was part of the reason he was in the high rise anyway. Miki gave him a smack to the back and a smile. She'd learned how to read him pretty well. We all know that Miki's suit looks sort of like Octavia, but Dobby's Inferno suit kind of made him look as if Mr. Freeze was wearing a Scorpion-themed suit. As in, get over here type Scorpion, Mortal Kombat style. The suit featured inconspicuous spouts for various forms of accelerant should he need a little extra oomph. But this is Dobby we're talking about. There was a note where the suit once was. Do you want me to heal you? So, Deadites, does Dobby take him up on this offer or not? As for what's going on with the boot camp, Izzy and Inko have been there for at least 12 hours. They'll pick you up tomorrow. Nana was putting Izzy through the ringer, while Sorihiko was focusing on Inko. To be fair to Inko, Izzy was only using 2 quirks at once, which greatly annoyed Nana. Hey now, I get that you're trying not to dishearten your daughter, but you came here to train as well. What's the point in this if you don't give it your all? Izzy smiled at Nana while getting a glorious eyeful of his goddess. Yes, ma'am. I'll try harder, ma'am. While this was a boot camp, Nana was pulling her punches on Izzy. She knew his circumstances, thanks to Toshinori, and would make a point of putting on a genuine smile on his face. Izzy was rocking the evolved form of Dobby's quirk, Hellfire. Whenever Nana would send a target his way, he'd melt it. Izzy came up with a neat combo that required him to have all 4 slots occupied, since you know he's not getting rid of Torrent, period. The name of this combo, or rather, not even a combo, the name of this combo attack is called Malboge Dragon Impact. It required Hellfire, Gravitex, and detonate. But it was clear that it was one of his new special moves. Everyone was amazed when they saw that.
Hey, Daddy, can we spar?
Izzy looks at Nana and Sorihiko. They nod. I'm not gonna hold back, Spitfire. Inko smiled and rushed her father and opened up with a salvo of shockwaves, thanks to Sound Sonic. Izzy countered with Hellfire Impact, a combo that utilized Hellfire and Detonate. He wasn't expecting Inko to up her tempo to Shunpo levels and attack him from behind with her new special move, Banshee Pressure, which combined Sound Sonic and Gravitex. She wasn't letting up, and Izzy couldn't hot swap to get out of this since he had all 4 slots occupied. However, this attack requires concentration on Inko's part. Tired of the constant pressure, Izzy shot a spear of ice at Inko, causing her to lose focus. Her daddy could have killed her there. Then she realized that she accidentally flipped his fight for your life switch. Izzy rockets to the sky, then descends at an alarming rate towards Inko. She wasn't escaping that, and she knew it, so she focused on making a sound barrier to soften the blow. Even in an angered state, he wasn't about to kill his daughter, and Inko knew that. However, it was clear that he saw her as an opponent on his level and would show no mercy. One Malboge Dragon Impact later, and Inko was on the floor, but not quite out.
Hey, Toots, we got a new slot. I don't know why, but it's there.
Inko decided to use her daddy's favorite quirk against him. Torrent was the key to dealing with this. And let's be clear, since Izzy's using a lot of fire, he's not going to be able to use Torrent in this combo while he's concentrating. Inko made an elemental combo of her own, summoning her own mythical beast that was held together using Gravitex. This was a battle of 2 elemental dragons, father versus daughter. And quite frankly, Nana and Sorihiko were having a drink while watching the show.
Icefall Dragon Roar!
Normally this would be a massive disadvantage for Inko since she's only working with the moisture in the air, and Izzy was causing there to be very little of that. But while her father's dragon basically consisted of 2 elements, since Detonate is acting as a pyro concussion, Inko's Icefall Dragon consisted of ice, sound, and gravity, so it was holding its own. That is until something happened to Izzy that no one was expecting. One for all quirks had awoken within him, and therefore Inko. Now, since Inko got a new slot via evolution for that exact reason, Izzy's also going to get slots. 2 of them, in fact. The hell is Black Whip? Said Black Whip got absorbed into Torrent and Hellfire. When Nana noticed what was happening, she cried a bit. Remember, Plus Ultra is a thing due to One for All and All for One fusing and forcing Energy Mimic to evolve. Like I said, Torrent got the whip as well, but Izzy is far more skilled than Inko, so it's his victory. Well done, Spitfire. You made me work for it. Inko was panting up a storm.
Daddy, may I swear?
Izzy allows it.
That was fracking awesome. Thanks for not holding back, but what happened to us during the fight anyway? I got an extra slot, you got 2 more. So, technically I guess I can have 6 slots when I'm older.
I guess so. I have a theory, but it's just that. That's when Nana stepped in.
I think your theory's probably right. It would appear that the quirks that are passed on in One for All have started to activate within Plus Ultra. And are getting absorbed into, your power bases. I mean, most of your powers are at least thrice evolved, are they not? Well, the ones I use, yeah. How many do you have, actually? Izzy answers Black Whip and Float while smiling. Nana was really, really smiling as well. Can we call it for the day? I'm a little spent, and Inko looks a little like she's about to pass out. Normally, Inko would be a child at that remark. I'm sure you know what I mean by that, but she was ready for bed. They had a quick meal and bathed. Then Inko went to sleep. She had her own room a little bit away from Izzy. This was a partial punishment after all. There was a knock on Izzy's door. Come in. Nana was wearing the exact thing she was wearing in her centerfold piece. Izzy was hers the second she stepped in wearing that. I love my grandson very much, but I want a baby. And I was hoping you could give me one. Since Nana is alive, Tenka would be consoled by her. However, I don't believe this would stop the deaths of his dog father and sister. As a result, Tenka repressed his memories. I mean, come on. Tenka would later grow up to use his abilities for the forces of good. As far as Tenka goes, I'm sorry if some of you haven't gotten that far, but Tenka Shimura is, well, that's Shigaraki's actual name. So he's not one of All For One's minions in this. He has an awesome grandma that was there to help him and calm him down. Of course, once his quirk reactivated, he got the help he needed in utilizing it and controlling it properly. He would later develop as a rescue hero. I was having odd time coming up with what to do with him for his, well, career, since, let's be clear, Decay is a very, very terrifying quirk. And I think Rescue Hero is far better than what I would have done, because personally I might have just made him an interrogator. But yeah, thanks to a decision in the Boneyard, that's my Discord, this is what we have. Normally I'd give him a name drop, but he's told me that he does not want one in previous issues, so I will honor that. You know who you are, my friend. But as for Nana and Izzy, needless to say, the two clearly, well, screw like rabbits. While Nana is, of course, enjoying herself and would later admit to herself that Izzy was the best lace she's ever had, he is merely a means to an end. She is not in love with him. So I have yet another poll for you, Deadites. Does Nana get that bun she wants in her oven, or does Izzy have the presence of mind to make his swimmers inert? Or by essentially making a condom of sorts liquids? Because remember, Torrent, he can control anything with a hydrogen and oxygen atom in it. Water. Now, a lot of those fluids are primarily water-based, so he could take care of that. The question is, does he? Because remember, this is his goddess, this is his hero. And the way it works is he'd wrap a protective membrane around his, well, member, so. But, yeah, enough about his sex life, and let's get back to the story. So about an hour after they started their activities, Mitsuki was at Izzy's door. Mitsuki was greeted at the sight of a naked Ochako and Melissa having a lot, and I do mean a lot, of fun with each other. She clears her throat, and the girls stop kissing and sit upright and their hands on their laps. So, if you're both here, who's with Izzy at the moment? Mitsuki knew the answer was clearly no one. So, you idiots left Izzy alone with Nana Shimura. Let me tell you something. That woman is the first name on his one smash, no questions asked list. Their eyes go wide. A phone call is made, and they make their way to the camp with a quickness. Needless to say, they're too late to stop the fun. Inko had woken up a while ago and made her way to her daddy's door and noticed, well, she can feel two energy sources there and she can't hear anything. So she had figured that adult things were happening, but she doesn't necessarily know about sex per se, but obviously Defrag knows about that stuff. But the point is, back to it. When Mitsuki was heading there, she got in her way. Move, Inko. Like I said, Inko knows, to a point, knows full well what's going on. Why should I, Mommy? Tell me right now. Inko was dead serious. What was that? Please stop mumbling. Inko teased her mommy. It was about damn time she was honest with herself. I won't let that damn hussy have my husband. Now move, young lady. Yes, Mommy. Inko touches the door, walks back to her room, and closes the door and blows it up for her. Like I said, she doesn't know about sex per se, but she knows that she's too young to see whatever her daddy is doing with Miss Nana at the moment. You've had your fun, now sign his damn Playboy and get the hell away from my fracking husband! Izzy's eyes went wide at those words.
Husband? She finally called me her husband. Looks like Mitsuki made her choice, huh?
Mitsuki was already wearing Inko's ring, and she would never take it off again. Alright guys, final poll. Does Masaru allow Mitsuki to have what she has with Izzy, provided she doesn't bring it home? Or does he sign them papers, meaning divorce? Does he set her free to be with who she wants to be with? Or does he let her have her cake and eat it too, sort of like is what Izzy has? Nana is looking triumphant. However, Mitsuki and Ochako get horrendously sick and start vomiting on the nearby trash bins. Izzy gets a good, hard look at those two. Mitsuki, Masaru is gonna kill us. Ochako, you're preggers. He looked at Melissa and saw no energy signature from her. It is way too early to tell with Donna. Maybe it's the same for Melissa. We don't know. A few days pass and we see Dabi and Miki joining the crew. However, something odd happens at noon. A giant structure can be seen falling from the sky. Oh my god, the high-rise is falling. Izzy culled his suit and shot off like a rocket, he formed as many rockets as he could, but to keep the colony afloat. However, it was failing. Even with the boost he recently acquired, he's struggling. Omni, this is the high-rise. You've got us out of the danger zone of public. Just let it happen, man. You'll die otherwise, Izzy. Omni was not giving up. Hell no! Watchdogs don't let family die! This event was being broadcast across the world, and all of Japan, obviously. Without Izzy's knowledge, Reinforce deployed a second suit. However, it was way too small for Izzy. The flight suit stops at the camp, and a mini Reinforce pops out. What are you waiting for, Inko? Go help your dad, right now! Yes, Mommy! Both Inko and Defrag say. Mitsuki was not happy at that, but Reinforce has the exact same amount of authority in Inko's life as Izzy's, so she dropped it. This just in,
another figure that appears to have the same quirk as Omni has arrived at the scene to help. Who is this stranger? Whether they liked it or not, Inko was out of the bag. All Might shows up and takes over the broadcast. That is none other than Spitfire, Omni's daughter. While she may be young, she has his exact quirk. So between the both of them, I'm certain they will save the day. They were using Rocket and Jet at the same time to the point of them evolving into something else entirely. The two skills combined for this situation become interstellar, and the high-rise was now in outer space. A shadowy figure could be seen in the background throwing a tantrum, but you and you only. Damn it! Rest easy, Deadites, and remember, the night is ours.